This is the first episode of the American Rivers Tour, and I'm fishing with some steelhead maniacs. It's going to be a great day. Chagrin Falls itself is an orderly town. The people here have pride in their homes. You can see it like you see it in other neighborhoods in other parts of the Midwest. As I approached Grove Hill, my friend Tim Bando's restaurant, I saw the same pride. Tim put a beautiful braised lamb shoulder together tonight, drained it of its sauce, cooled it down, and wrapped it tight in plastic so that slicing it for the service on the riverside would be not only delicious, but easy. The American Rivers Tour is intended to get me out of the kitchen onto rivers across the country and learn a little bit more about myself. From the kitchen to the river's edge, you find solace, quiet. You come down here on your own and spend 3 or 4 hours before a shift. Is that the routine?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll even just go in later, make a couple of phone calls, and, I got tied up.
Yeah. And then you put the food, put the phone away.
Right.
The phone gets put away, you put your waders on, and you approach the river to clean your head. That's the idea?
Absolutely.
So this is the setup. So we got a white woolly bugger, 12 inches to a size 6 snelled hook, yellow bead above it. Let's get going.
Basically, this is what you're looking for. This is where you're going to find your most active steelhead that are most willing to take a fly a lot of times. Once we get down into what they call the tail out down there, those are what, more often than not, those are, what you'll hear people refer to as players when it comes to steelhead fishing.
Spending time on these rivers with chefs and guides gives me a chance not only to get out of my kitchen, but to connect with people that I have similar interests with. Dan's a guide in Chagrin.
We're going to walk up and see if we can't find a couple in some of these areas just up the stream here.
Tim's a chef in Chagrin Falls, Ohio. We're going to chase the steelhead today. Tell me about why you love this so much.
I like being alone generally, and here we all are. But this is going to be a lot of fun, We're going to catch some fish. I like being outside.
Tim Bando and I met on a golf course in the fall of 2005 and never really had time to get to know each other any better than that. He talks about his time as a Marine with reverence, but also with a wonderful wit. And it was nice to meet a guy that I've known for so long and get to know him better. So you graduated from high school and went in, or college?
I went to Kent for a semester, partied my way right into the Marine Corps.
Okay. Somebody make that suggestion?
What?
Or was that a
no, you know what? I thought I'd go join the Air Force because it looked easy, and then the Marine Corps recruiter caught me going into the office because all 4 services were there. Yeah. Air Force recruiter was having lunch.
And then you were a
I'm like,
Marine?
yeah, you know what?
How was basic? What was that all like?
Yeah, it's mostly mind games. It's just toughen you up mentally.
But to get you ready for the kitchen? I mean, do you feel
Yeah, I think that if you wrestled or played a sport like wrestling or you were in the Marine Corps, you're set up for that.
You see these fish right here? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so try and throw it above them and let it drift. Right, good. No stripping. Set. There he is.
Oh, yeah.
Nice big hen. Let the line go. Really high. There you go. Let him take line. There you go.
No drag at all?
Very light pressure. And if it wants to run again, let it run, right?
Success.
Nice.
Here we go.
After fishing a few rivers in the northeastern Ohio area, we watched as the skies cleared, and that seemed to be when the fish got active. I had a great experience watching Tim Bando hook up with a big steelhead. He was excited. The look on his face was electric.
That a hen?
No, that's a buck. That's a male.
I feel like I want another one. Go get another one.
Fishing with a guide, I learned early on, was a great way to get to know other people in a comfortable setting and learn their techniques of fishing.
The main thing is with kids, you want to go out, you want it to be a nice day. You know, you want to be prepared. You're not going to fish, right? Because you're going to be getting knots out, flies out of trees and untangling knots and that kind of stuff. And I think you want to take them to where they're going to get some action.
Oh, sure.
Bluegills,
Yeah.
bass, that
Little
kind of
popper for the bluegill and
Yeah.
top water. That's a good idea.
You can't not catch them in the summer.
thing. And if you're going, you know, plan on fishing for 15 or 20 minutes and then skipping stones and throwing sticks in the water and looking for crayfish and that kind of stuff.
Right.
And then, you know, they relate all that with, oh, this is fishing. Fishing can be kind of fun. You know, you don't, you know, you're not going to go out there and they're not going to fish for 2 hours. It's not going to happen.
Right.
You know, but they fish for 15, 20 minutes, half hour, catch a couple of fish, and then do some other fun things
I got a
with
freak.
with
I got a
Dad.
freak show on my hand. He stood out in the rain, bass fishing, like pouring rain.
Yeah.
Bass fishing.
Well, some are different. Some are different. Yeah, hopefully we're, you know, under these conditions, you're looking for a pot of nice, bright silver fish that are making their way upstream. And you might fish, you know, 3, 4, 5 different spots, nothing, and then all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom.
Oh,
There you go. Let go. Let him run. Let him run. Let him run. Let go of that line. Easy. That's a big male. You see how he's starting to get a kite, a hook on his jaw? So that's a male. That's a buck. That's a nice fish.
What do you think? It's 4 years old?
Probably 3, 4 years old fish. Yeah, about 27 inches. Yeah. Beautiful. Nice job, brother.
As we had finished our day of fishing, we moved through the forest in Ashtabula, and there was a big patch of ramps. Tim's eyes lit up. He moved over and gave us a dissertation on northeastern Ohio ramps.
They're called ramps, and they are sort of a cross between wild garlic and an onion, and they're delicious. They're perennial. They come up in the same spot every year, usually, and as a chef and a restaurateur, all the better.
He waited until we got back to our campsite in an area that was not a state park to harvest more ramps, and we used them in his braised lamb dish. Had a great day today with my friends Tim and Dan. We caught fish, we talked about our lives. Tim prepared a great meal, locally sourced last night, and we're going to finish it over the fire. And we're just going to show you how easy it is to think ahead and put a meal together that's satisfying after a great day of fishing.
So, to the pot, we line the bottom with pancetta. We put the sliced red skin potatoes on top of the pancetta. We put our already braised lamb shoulder on top of the potatoes, and around it we take some of the ramps that we picked today with some snap peas, some fresh herbs, parsley, basil, and we'll throw in a little mint too because, you know, it's peas and lamb. And nothing goes better with peas and lamb than mint and garlic, a la the ramps. Throw the little peppers on top, slices because I braised the lamb with some peppers to start. Then we take some of our braising liquid, let that settle in.
I came to Chagrin Falls to spend time with my old friend Tim and my new friend Dan, and it's been an excellent day. We caught fish, and we had a meal from a campfire. It was just a spectacular day, and I'd come back to Chagrin Falls every March if I could. I'll never forget the steelhead maniacs of Northeast Ohio.